Hey y'all, I'm Adriana. Thanks for checking out my channel. I am going to be reviewing some of the new Wet n Wild Pac-Man collection, which I was super hyped about. Keeping this intro short and sweet. If you're interested, then keep watching. Alright guys, so Wet n Wild is collabing with Pac-Man, which I was super excited about when I first saw this, because I'm not a big video game person, so there's maybe like very few video games that I really like playing, and Pac-Man is definitely one of them. It's definitely one of like the most iconic video games ever, and I don't know anybody who doesn't like playing Pac-Man, so I was pretty excited because I like Pac-Man and I like makeup. My only issue with like this whole launch of it was that it was so all over the place. So it's not officially launching on Wet n Wild's site until July 9th, maybe like a week or so ago. It was on Ulta's website for $70 for the PR collection, which was really nice, but that sold out. And then maybe a few days ago they put the products individually on Ulta's website, and that has all sold out also, besides the blush lighter and the bronzer and like the lip scrubs and the lip balm. I think that's the only thing that's still available. And then it was also coming out at drugstores. Like, you don't know which drugstores are getting them, so it's kind of like all up in the air. That was my issue with this collection, is that it was just kind of like everywhere. There was like no official launch date. Everybody else is getting it before the company that's collabing with Pac-Man before, if that makes sense, which I just thought was weird. So I did pick up my stuff from my local Walgreens. I had to go to 2 different Walgreens to get the stuff that I wanted. I didn't get the whole collection. I do think that the Ulta PR packaging deal was a really good price, and I probably should have bought that, but I just didn't think it was going to be this pricey individually. But yeah, breaking it down, I should have just gotten the PR box because it was really cool. I'll insert a picture here so you can see what it looked like. It looked really cool. It's a really nice collectible if you're a collector of Pac-Man or makeup. I regret not buying the PR package, but it is what it is. Maybe I will if they bring it back or something. So I did pick up both of the brushes. I had to get one at one store and one at the other. The collection included two brushes. They're the waka eyeshadow brush and powder brush. So the powder brush is really big, nice and fluffy, and then the eyeshadow brush, packaging wise, I think they killed it. You know, it comes with this little plastic around it, and then in the back it has like the little Pac-Man gaming, which this would actually be like a really cute bookmark. People still read actual books though. I don't know. Here are the brushes. I like them because they're yellow. Yellow is my favorite color. But I also really like the, what are these called? Like the snow globe water thingies. So it does have like little confettis inside. And then those confettis are also little Pac-Mans, which I thought was really cool. I've always been a fan of Wet n Wild's brush quality. So I want to say this brush was like $7.99 or $8.99, which I didn't even realize, and I was just like, what? Like, that's kind of pricey for Wet n Wild brushes. And then I think this one was maybe like $5.99 or something like that, which isn't like super expensive, but if you're used to paying like normal Wet n Wild brush prices, it's like super cheap. But I do kind of understand, because you know, you get the cute little effects in here and stuff. So I mean, I don't mind paying that price. I was just kind of shocked at the price. But I mean, I really do like the brushes. I think the powder brush is really nice and soft and fluffy, and then this is just a good brush to I was actually trying to use it for my lid shade, but I was using it for my inner corner, and I was like, oh my gosh, I love how this applies my inner corner highlight. So I'm probably going to be using that brush for my inner corner from now on. So, yeah. So next thing I picked up were the little flower pellets. So they did make them like little pellets, which I can completely understand why. So these, it's a blush lighter and then a bronzer. So if you open them up, this is what they look like. They're little pellets, which makes sense because of, you know, Pac-Man eats pellets, which I was kind of like, at first, like, kind of like, I'm not crazy about the pellets, but I do understand why they did it. It was a cute concept, and it's nothing to be like upset about or anything. But the bronzer is very, very shimmery. I have not tried the bronzer yet. I'm not a shimmery bronzer kind of person. So I honestly have not tried that. I just kind of bought it because I liked the packaging. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have bought it. And then this is the blush lighter, which I assume is supposed to be like a blush highlighter combined kind of product. And it's just the same thing. And I kind of thought it's like kind of a little bit for the price. It's $4.99, I believe. I don't know if it's just like looking at it in this form that it looks like very little product, but I don't know. But I thought it was really pretty. I did use it as, what did I use this for? I used it as my blush today, which I actually really liked. I normally don't like shimmery blushes, but I did like how this looked. It's not overly shimmery, so maybe I will like the bronzer. I just haven't given it the chance. But yeah, these were cute. It's not something you absolutely need, especially if you're not a fan of shimmery bronzers slash highlighters. But I mean, they're cute to have. And then I also got the blush palette, the High Score blush palette. So it just says blush palette. It doesn't really have any more details. Honestly, I used this shade today as like a bronzer, which I think it worked. It's pretty light for me right now because I am tan, so maybe it'll work for me when my tan wears off or something, but as of right now, it kind of showed up. You can also use this as a blush because it is called a blush palette. However, like I was just saying a while ago, I'm not crazy about shimmery blushes, and these two definitely seem more like highlighters than blushes. I did use both of them combined for my highlighter today, and I think that looks really pretty, but because it's so shimmery and so like I would not use that as a blush. So I think they're pretty highlighters, but I think they probably should have called this blush slash highlighter palette. And I do feel like, you know, since they already did give us a single blush lighter, I think they should have just given us maybe like a single highlighter that was like really, really pretty and really like, I don't know, just like really glowy. I'm not getting any like highlighter vibes. There were no official highlighters in this collection, which is a little bit sad because I am a big highlighter person. I love highlighters, and I really would have liked to have seen what they came up with. You know, I think maybe like their powder highlighter formulas, I think that would have been really cool in like a yellow for the Pac-Man. Even like the same concept as the power pellet, is that what they're called? The power pellets. The same concept, and just do like a highlighter, but do like a really pretty like yellow like highlighter shade. I think that would have been really cool. I wish there was an official highlighter in this, but like I said, I did use these as highlighters, and I think the highlight is cute today. It's not like super overbearing or anything. And then this one is just not as sparkly as these two, so this one you could use more as a blush, and then this one also you can use as a blush, but I did use it as my contour shade today. It's a cute palette. This was $9.99, which I think was a little bit overpriced, like a teeny bit overpriced. I want to say like I would have preferred if this was like $7.99, $8.99 would have even sounded better, but it's, you know, it's still not super expensive. You're getting 4 shades for $10, so. And last, which is the star of the video, is the Game Over color palette. Ooh. So I don't know if it's because it says color palette, some of these shades aren't supposed to go around your eyes. You know how companies are now putting on their products, instead of eyeshadow palette, it says eyeshadow and pressed pigment palette, because some of them are not supposed to be going around your eyes, supposedly. I think it's just like if something gets in your eye and it irritates it, and you know something happens, then you can turn around and be like, what the hell? But now they can be like, well, we told you not to use it around your eye. You know what I mean? Anyway, here it is. I really like this. When I first saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, yellow always definitely catches my eye. Yellow is my favorite color, so it's always going to catch my eye. Any palette with a yellow shade in it is going to catch my eye. You have a hot pink for the Ghost, you have this like teal kind of shade for the other Ghost, an orange for the orange Ghost, and then we have this blue, the big yellow for the Pac-Man, purple, a shimmery orange, a brown, and then like a really pretty highlighty pearl glitter shade, which is like so pretty. But honestly, it is embossed with like you know, the Pac-Man and the ghosts and stuff, which I think was really cute. However, I think I would have gone with like sticking with the game vibes, I guess. And yes, pink, orange, and then I would have made this blue shade, one of the corner shades, also with the Ghost, and then a red shade for the red Ghost also, because I think that would have been really cool. And then do like the orange shimmer like over here. This one I would have liked a bigger pan size, like one of these. The blue and the purple and the brown, I guess, are kind of just thrown in there so you can create more looks, but I would have appreciated a red, and I would have appreciated like different placements of them, just so we get more of, I don't know, that's just my personal opinion. I don't know if anybody else would agree with me, but that's just my personal opinion. So I have swatched it. I will leave swatches and all of that and include closer pictures so you can see, you know, the details and everything of the palette. I think it's really cute. I really like when companies do the little, you know, images or whatever in the eyeshadows. I think that's really cute, but at the same time it makes me like, oh no, I don't want to ruin the little Ghost, or I don't want to ruin the little Pac-Man. So this is Wet n Wild's first 9-pan eyeshadow palette ever, which I thought was kind of crazy, but I think it's so cute. It's very colorful, very summery. If I were to say pick up anything from this collection, it would definitely be the eyeshadow palette. I haven't tried Wet n Wild's eyeshadows in quite a while. I really haven't been using Wet n Wild like I used to, but I was super psyched when I saw this palette and I was really pumped for it. So there is pigment in this palette. I was very impressed with the pigmentation. I wasn't expecting that much pigment from this palette because it is a drugstore. But I mean, I do love Wet n Wild. I do love their quality of their products, so at the same time I shouldn't have been surprised because it is really good quality and it actually has a lot of pigment. When I was doing my makeup today, I did use the yellow, which I was very surprised with how well it performed, because yellow is definitely a hard color to create with pigment. So anytime I find a yellow and it really works for me, I'm really happy, because I do love using yellow because it's my favorite color. So yeah, I was very impressed with this yellow. So that was like right off the bat very good. And then I went in with this like bright neon orange, almost red kind of shade, and went in right under that yellow, and it was super pigmented. Like, I was not expecting it to be that pigmented. I was really excited with how pigmented it was. So yeah, super pigmented. And then I went in with the orange shimmer for my lid, which was a little bit hard to pack on and to get. I don't know if it was the new eyeshadow primer that I'm using or if it was just the shadow. I feel like it was a little bit of both, because I did just try and like use my finger and like swatch it on my hand, and it was coming up just a little bit like, you have to build it, which I don't really mind that, so it's not anything crazy. It's a really pretty orange shimmer color. I like that it's real orange. It's not like a gold orange or like, you know, I'm tired of golds for some reason, so anytime I see a gold in an eyeshadow palette, I'm kind of just like, ugh, because I feel like gold has been so overdone. But I really do like that they did like a real orange shimmer. So yeah, the mattes in here are really pigmented. They're all mattes, the 7 mattes and then 2 shimmers, glitters kind of shades. So this one's more of a shimmer, and then this one down here is more of a glitter. Out of all of these shades in this palette, this one is definitely my favorite, and that's why I do want to pick up like maybe another one, because of this shade right here. Like, I would buy more of them just for this shade. Like, I'd pay $10 just for this shade. It's super, super pretty. I want to just like wear it all over myself. I did use that shade in my inner corner, under my brow bone. I did put a little bit on my nose, and then also a little bit on my cheeks, just to give me a little bit of glitter look. See, like, if they would have formulated something very similar to this, like as a highlighter, I think it would have been amazing. I think it would have been really cool to like do like little, like, you know, their highlighters, their Mega Glow highlighters. I think that would have been really cool, and do an embossment of the ghosts and do highlighters, like different color highlighters. I think that would have been really cool. I'm really upset. That's one of the most disappointing things of this collection, is that there were no highlighters, and I feel like they could have done more and made it really cute. I mean, there was multiple ways that they could have done this. Like I was saying, I already mentioned 2 other ways that they could have incorporated highlighters, and I guess I'm just upset that they didn't include highlighters, because I feel like they definitely could have killed that. And then with Pac-Man, you know, I don't know. Oh, the collection also came out with nail polishes. I think it's like a set of nail polishes, and it's like the colors of the ghosts, and then I think Pac-Man yellow. And then there was also 4 matte lipsticks. I believe they're matte lipsticks. 1 a red, 1 an orange, 1 a baby pink, and 1 a baby blue for the ghost colors. I just stayed away from those. I saw all of them available at my stores, but I just stayed away from those because I just don't need any more lipsticks. I haven't bought any lipsticks in a while, just because, I mean, I feel like I have so many different shades already, and it's like, I need to get through some of them before I start buying lipsticks again. And especially, you know, those kinds of colors. I have so many reds. I have a few oranges, but I hardly ever wear orange lipstick. Baby pink is just, I wouldn't wear that on a normal basis. And I feel like it would just sit and kind of get old and nasty. And then baby blue, same thing. You know, I kind of learned that when I was collecting Jeffree Star's liquid lipsticks, you know, I would buy them just because they were different, and I was like, oh, this is a cool lipstick shade and stuff, but I mean, they would just sit there because I'm not wearing purple lipstick on a regular basis. You know what I mean? I don't even wear makeup on a daily basis or a regular basis, so, you know, it's just not practical to buy all those lipsticks. And then I think they were like $4 each, so it would just be like almost $20 down the drain with like taxes and stuff. And then there was also the little fruits. It was like cherry and an apple, I think. One was a lip balm and one was a lip scrub. I also passed on those just because I have several lip scrubs that I need to get through also. And then I mean, I always have lip balms, so I didn't feel like either of those were necessary either. So yeah. So that's what I picked up. Altogether, it came out to maybe like almost $60, which is why I was like, I should have just bought the PR box from Ulta. So kind of upset that I didn't, but I mean, if it comes back, I might. So if you see it in your store and you wanted it, or you see it anywhere else, definitely snag it up because it is selling really fast. So yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you liked this video, then please leave a thumbs up, and also remember to subscribe to my channel because it helps me out a lot. If you have any questions, comments, or anything like that, you can always reach me down below in the comment section or on my social media, which I will leave at the beginning, the end, and in the description of this video. I appreciate you watching, and I hope I see you next time. Bye!